Welcome back to Cars of Sweden Live and welcome to 2021. Now, on today's show, we are going to be taking a look back over 2020 and trying to go over some of the most interesting cars that we've been featuring on the show. So, the first category today, well, let's call that classic cars.
In at number 1 we have the Bentley S3 Continental, H.J. Mullender design, not driven for 30 years, clean, polished and driven. What a beauty. In at number 2 we have the Austin Healey 3000, what a gem from 1960. Wow. In at number 3 we have the Mercedes 220S from 1956, driving style, look at the leather seats. And of course it had to be the Austin Healey 3000. I don't know what's more whiter, my legs or the car, but just look at this style, totally renovated. It's had a history of racing in the 1960s in England, and you can see it had the flared arches at the front. Totally renovated engine, everything interior has been replaced, all carpets, new roof, new chrome. It was an absolute stunning car, and I'm so happy the guy that bought it is also an Austin Healey fan, and this car will be on the road for many, many years.
Okay, so that takes care of the best classic. Now it's time to look at the most impressive. Number 1 was the Ferrari 488 GTB in this gorgeous white with 670 brake horsepower. And if Ferrari isn't your flavour, how about this Lamborghini Huracan Spider, the LP610 with 4-wheel drive. And the last one in this category, we get all regal with the 6-litre W12 Bentley Continental GTC. Has to be the Lambo, baby. Everything about this car oozes class. The way it looks, the way it drives, and the way it makes you feel. Lambo all day long. Now, when it comes to the SUVs, we had quite a few to pick amongst, but let's start off with this BMW X5 M50D. Or maybe you would prefer the Audi Q8 Quattro with its S-Line and 3-litre V6 powerhouse. And if this competition was all about good looks, then the Mercedes-Benz 350D GLE would win hands down. If your desire is to buy a car from outside of Germany, then maybe you need to go more traditional with this Range Rover Sport. Final car is this 2019 Porsche Cayenne S, delivering up to 444 brake horsepower. It's got to be the big Beamer for me. All-round package, this car offers you safety, comfort, styling, space. It covers all the bases if you're looking for a family vehicle. The interior, absolutely beautiful. Front and back seats with electric seats. enough room in the boot to get a little baby elephant, and it drives like a dream. Right, this category, most mental. We've got a Hellcat here, yeah, with 717 brake horsepower. That should be the end of the story, but it wasn't that easy. Because this little classic rocket ship turned up on our show, which was one of our more popular of videos, and it showed you exactly what happens when you put over 200 brake in an X19. For car number 2, we go back into Germany with this AMG Mercedes-Benz C63S, offering up 510 brake horsepower with this V8 bi-turbo. And if you're not too careful, this thing will bite you when you least expect it.
See how quick it is?
Yeah.
The wheels can't even keep it, and everything's going backwards.
And last but not least is the Audi RS7 with 600 brake horsepower and over 45,000 pounds, which is 500,000 Swedish kroners worth of extras. Now I'm going to have to give this to the X19. Now let me explain why. Let's start with the Hellcat. Now that car will kill you in a minute. So it's not even going to give you an opportunity to drive it. It's just totally madness. When we talk about the Audi RS7 and the AMG C63S, those cars are quick, but they're designed to keep you safe. You know at all times there's little magic going on there to keep you on the road. Now when it comes to the Fiat X19, it puts you on the brink of death on every corner, but it's got maximum grip, so it kind of whips you back into the right lane. But at all times you believe that there's a possibility of yourself dying. Now Sean, what do you think?
Gary, when I'm driving pling pong ding dong cars, that should be given a award. That drives me mental. But this one, Fiat X19 Uno turbo conversion with a ECU map around 200 brake horsepower, is your award of the mentalist car. It's not going to kill you, and if it does, you're going to die with a smile on your face. It's being developed all the time, new upgrades, light, and so it's going to be ready for the track this summer. Just gives the viewers a good idea. If you want to buy a classic car, renovate it, change the engine, you end up with a great car without breaking the bank.
So if I think about what was my favourite car to drive this year, or 2020, it's going to be a hard one to decide, because I've driven so many great cars, so many great supercars and just interesting cars, but it was one that I could say brought a real smile to my face, bigger than any other, and it has to be this one. For me, this car had the right looks, perfect handling, and enough power to keep you interested. And let's not forget that soundtrack. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for checking out the shows over the past year. We here at Cars of Sweden Live, we're striving to get you more and more great car content for 2021. So thanks for your loyalty, and we'll see you all again soon.